Captain Ulrich, a former student under Reiksmarshal Kurt, has had to rally his forces once again in defense of Helmgard. Much like their faith in Sigmar, these men did not break. Kazrak, that one-eyed monster, will not see the lush lands of Reichland today. Meanwhile, a young man named Valten, with a twin-tailed comet of Sigmar imprinted on his chest, came to join the Reiksmarshal. His mettle was tested in the Battle of Carberg, where the Greenskin menace was driven out with impunity. It was a long season that didn't end until the Reiksmarshal moved from Carberg to the Black Pit, a dour place filled with greenskins. It was in the woods nearby that they would move against each other. One notable group, called the Leoni d'Argento, came from Tulea just to fight under the Reiksmarshal, a bit of an accolade that is worth more than a chest of gold. Their recruits are only taken from already accomplished swordsmen and warriors. Professional and loyal, they brought their best to the fray, helping to cut open a victory for the Empire. Boris Todbringer is on the way right now, using an army of over 3,000 men, including war wagons as well. It's going to be a challenging encounter, one that shall require tactical nuance and plans to try to mitigate them, and of course, the brave heroism of many stalwart men. Over here is where we're going to stage our initial defense. We're not even going to use our entire army because we don't need it yet. Maybe eventually, but not yet. We'll go over my tactics in just a moment, but I just want you to understand it's going to be a long battle. Look at what they have. They're coming in waves, but no matter what, they could overwhelm me. That is why I'm going to use the nearby buildings here as cover. Now, I've got ranged units. They're going to unleash an onslaught of arrows constantly. Thankfully, because we have buildings guarding our flanks and even the middle of the map here, we don't have to have every infantry unit possible on the front lines. Which goes to show you how important maps can be. My more elite units like my Carberg Greatswords and my Imperial Foot, they're going to be over here in the woods for right now. Now, let's have a look over here. My range units are already releasing some volleys into their units. Now they've got handgunners, and I'm going to try to kill them. Heinrich, our mage, our wizard, it's going to be imperative that he uses spells constantly to break them apart. Chain Lightning, Comet of Cassandora, all of it. You're going to watch a lot of humans die today, unfortunately. There's one comet, landing on top of a lot of their infantry. Now here they come. Let's have a look at what I'm going to do. I have all of my swordsmen moving out. They're going to be the ones to help me out. And of course, we have our leaders close by. There goes another Thunderbolt. I was trying to hit their war wagons, but there's Heinrich, the man himself, summoning up even more magic to use against our enemies. There's a Chain Lightning, now hitting their greatswords. I did whatever I could to weaken that initial advance. There goes Kurt. Kurt knows how to fight. Even Heinrich, he's moving in too. Dietz was only a cover name for him. Now we know his true name. There they go. All right, let's have a look again right out over here. We've got some swordsmen over on the right flank. They're holding off a lot of halberds. I'm going to buff them up using whatever buffs I have at hand, like Harmonic Convergence. And over here, we've got some halberds who are charging point blank. They didn't really get very far. No, they did not. Now, let's go over what I'm going to do. I don't want to fight over here in the woods. Not yet. They're just kind of there to hide for now. Now, I've got some grenade launchers. They're going to attack later. So now they're pulling back. And as I told you before, we're just going to respond to them right over by these buildings. That's where I want to fight them. Clearly, they outnumber me. Clearly, I'm outmatched. But if I'm careful, I could win this battle. All right. We've got Valten and Kurt. They're watching my left flank. More are coming. Then over here, we're going after one of their leaders, an Archlector. That's Hans, who's trying to go after him. Oh, but that's a lot of damage to take. Be careful, Hans. Now, here's a new group for us, Sardello's Stickers. We're looking at 160 range, 27 missile strength, and they debuff foes whenever they hit them. Not bad. They don't deal like a ton of damage, but they're great for debuffing. Unfortunately, my Sons of Sigmar, or the Leoni, they're under attack by many ranged enemies, so we'll have to pull back very soon. Over here is Hans. He's pretty winded. He's taking a lot of damage. Our swordsmen are pulling back too. And so far, we have rebuffed one attack. There's more on the way now, so we've got to watch out. Here comes another leader, one Empire Captain, here to fight Kurt. So now those two are going to duel. And again, I've pulled back all of my mounted units. I don't want them going out yet. I'll have to use them when the time is right. Can't just spend everything all in one go. That's how you lose. Wave number 2 is coming. I've got my handgunners on the front lines right now. And we can also talk about Heinrich too. Heinrich was a magister serving his college when he had several visions. They all included the foes of the Empire. Vampires, undead, beastmen, and even chaos. Normally, he was a scholar, preferring to keep to his books and spending hours in his study. But this vision stirred him. It motivated him to volunteer for service, and he begged his patriarch to send him to the front lines. His request was granted, and he was sent to serve under the Reiksmarshal, where now his magic is making a profound difference. A common hit over here, killing quite a few of their ranged units. Now, let's go back again and have a good look. We are still holding them back. I'm taking my time. I'm using my lords and heroes to try to stop any type of advance they might have in mind. Like over here, I can use all of my ranged units to help out Kurt. Kurt will have to pull back eventually. And what do we have over here? Valten fighting 2 commanders. He's doing it all on his own. The Chosen of Sigmar shall not be defeated today, even with like 20 dozen shafts in him. Alright. Over here on the right flank, we still have our swordsmen holding back a large tide of foes, but they are unbreakable. The Leoni are not known for cowardice, only their tenacity in combat. Their Hans is helping them out, helping them hold. Let's zoom out again just to get a better perspective. Over on the right flank, we have some more swordsmen who are holding back 2 groups of infantry. Eventually, they are going to need some help. My handgunners are running low on ammunition, and we're going to need more of them. Now let's have a look again. So, as we look around, we could see that my grenade launchers are now beginning to rupture them. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Now that they're weaker, they're losing a lot. There goes my Reiksguard 2, Fuhrenberg's finest. They're charging in. I wanted them to kill some more handgunners. They'll have to pull back eventually. They'll probably take a lot of damage as many infantrymen are coming back to fight them. But now we're shelling a bunch of great swords. Not so great, are you now, huh, pal? They're charging over the hill, but look at that. The dead now littered the ground. All for nothing. All for an insurrection. Ooh, there's a stray one. There's another wind blast wiping out a great deal of infantry. Now, many were knocked down, but they took a lot of damage. Let's go back over here. The war wagons, unfortunately, are hard to reach, but we did destroy 2 so far. The Leoni fight on. Now, let's zoom out because we need to see what has changed. Many have broken. Many are coming back. There goes another attack. Heinrich is really giving it his all. The winds of magic are strong here, so he's going to utilize every bit of it. Now let's wait a moment. We've got even more great swords breaking. They'll come back for sure, but my god, those grenade launchers really got them. That was really cool. So over here, let's have a look. I've only got a few grenades left. We'll just keep on shelling them. That's what we've got to do right now. We've got to keep on shelling them until they just either die or give up. Now, when it comes to the enemy's reinforcements, they've got a steam tank. Unfortunately, a steam tank is going to wipe out most of what I have unless I focus on it. I mean, look at that. That is a fine piece of machinery that I wish I had. Very impressive, but unfortunately utilized for the wrong purpose inside. Now, let's go back. All the while, don't forget, my archers have been hitting them the entire time. That's how we're keeping alive right now. That's how we're staying alive. Now, over here on the right flank, let's have a look. My swordsmen are doing a great job at destroying them because they have magical help, because we have ranged units who were shooting at them. Here comes another group charging back in. There we go. My Leoni are back on the front lines. helping out Valten and Luthor as well. Now over here, we've got Kurt. Kurt is still maintaining this pass. He says, "You shall not pass by the might of my mustache." Oh, these stickers. They're doing their job. They're working hard right now. Look at those feathers on those caps. My God, man, they can take flight. Some are running. Many are being hit. And there we go, another barrage. Those grenades are exploding to and fro. Oh, we're not hitting too many, though. That's unfortunate. I'm just kind of lobbing over a few of them. Now, the Imperial Foot is finally out here to fight. So what are we going to do right now? I've got my Reiksguard. Now, this small group was off to the woods to go after that mortar. So now, I'll have to get my other Reiksguard, my full group, to come after them. Remember, they had charged in over here, but unfortunately, they were hit by halberds and took a lot of damage. And that steam tank. That steam tank is a nightmare for me. That alone brings me some dread and fear. But fear must be faced. Just because it exists does not mean anything at all. You can face it. You can break it down. You can resist it. Now, these handgunners, they're blasting them. And so I started blasting. Now, they still haven't broken through. With my swordsmen being helped out by a new, fresh company of swordsmen, in fact, let's make it 2, they've been able to push them back. Over here, my Reiksguard are charging right through another group of ranged units. They are falling apart. Now, unfortunately, my Caribou Greatswords are the ones who have the job of holding back that steam tank. They're going to lose a lot. That small group of Reiksguard, they're now charging towards that mortar crew. They've got to try something today. And over here, I've got halberds who are fighting some knights. And I think they're doing all right. They were charged at, but they're doing all right. They're going to be okay, I think. Let's go back over here again. Let's have a look. I've got another group of swordsmen holding back their greatswords. Normally, greatswords would really bother me. They would bring me some element of fear, but no, that part I don't fear. My Imperial Foot, they're also fighting. They're very powerful. They've got shields too. I mean, check out that fight. Kurt Helborg knows that Boris Todbringer is a skilled commander, but he overplayed his hand today. Now, my grenade launchers can rest up. They've got nearly 200 kills. They're deadly. They're very, very deadly. Now, let's go back over here. So we're about to reach that mortar crew. I've been trying to reach it for quite some time. There's very few knights left, but they have a job to commit to. That's what they're doing right now. They're committing to a job. Let them go. They can do it. They've made it. Now they can wipe out that crew. Unfortunately for me, I've got to tell you one thing. There's more on the way. We have another army on the way to fight us. Fortunately, they're very tired, but so are we. We've been fighting for a very long time. The balance of power is still not in my favor. I'm still outnumbered. Let's go back. My Reiksguard are now fighting some great swords. That armor-piercing damage shall not be kind. Knock them back now. And over here, we have an Archlector that we have got to fight. He's dealing some, fragments of damage. But look at what's happened so far. Just look at the bodies that litter the ground now. Body parts missing, blood all over. And we can only send in more men. That's what we've got to do for now. Kicking up dust and all. Over on that right flank, we've got, what? One Huntsman General. I mean, keep in mind, I'm also fighting so many of their heroes, too. It's not like I'm the only one using a lot of heroes and generals and lords. No, they have a lot. So now we're coming over here because I've got to get everyone on top of this group. This one group that's getting wiped out. The poor Caribou Greatswords, man. They were not meant for that. Now, unfortunately, they had another mortar crew. And I had to send out my Reiksguard to go try to hit them, but they took too much damage. That really stands out. They're still going to try their best. They're moving. They're trying. They're getting over here. Ooh. That's shelling, though. 2 dead. 2 who are not going home. They haven't stopped. Let them get over there. Come on. Let's see what they can do. Shields are up. I don't know if that's going to help, but hey. It doesn't hurt, I don't think. More shells landing right on top of them. Look at how many died. Another 2. But they're still moving. And are they going to be able to win this? Let's find out. I need to know. I actually don't know how they did. I was too busy managing the other parts of the battle, so I'm actually catching stuff that I didn't know previously. Oh, they did make it over here, so that's really good. I don't know if they're going to win that. We're going to find out in just a little while, but let's go back over here. So I've got all of my commanders coming back to help me. We've got to all go after that steam tank. We have no choice but to just throw bodies at it. And I hate doing that. We've got their war wagons. That was good. Look at the bodies over here. Thank you, Heinrich. Heinrich's Comets. He's a talented astronomer. He knows how to pull a celestial body down. They have more war wagons on the way. Now, unfortunately, here's what happened. Okay, now I know. They brought in a group of halberds. So we got them, but a group of halberds got them. Okay. It happened also very quickly. Well, I was very stressed out having to manage, again, a very paltry force that's been quite damaged. Let's have a look over here. He's coming back now. He's just back taking shots at my men, and I didn't even know. What a monster. You shouldn't even be here. Okay. So we're back again. Fortunately, it looks like we're taking care of that steam tank. That steam tank, it's taking a lot of damage. I just had to bring in all of my lords, all of my heroes. Well, one lord, all of my heroes. Valten and all. You're going to see Valten's true form very soon. He's like a freaking Super Saiyan. A Super Sigmarite. Yeah, the halberds got rid of them, unfortunately. That's very unfortunate. They did a great job, though. I think they fled. I don't see too many bodies over here, so yeah, I think they fled. Now, let's go back over the battle. So what am I going to do? I took care of that steam tank. It finally broke apart. I've got a new job now. I've got to move into the woods. And I've got to get my formation together, because if I'm fighting out here, they're just going to kill us all. I'm going to lose a group anyway. The Leoni, many are wounded or dead. Like that. They're sniping my soldiers. Look at how many have died. There's only one more now. And he's so tired. He's trying to move away. They got him. They wiped him out. This is what happens. That was pretty dark, too. That was pretty dark. Let's wait for the final wave. Now we're back in the woods. I brought back my entire army so that we could defend over here. I'll be using all of my heroes together. We've got to take our time. I've got my Caribberg greatswords right behind them. Now, I think we can do it. Even though they have a relatively fresh army, at least when it comes to numbers, not when it comes to their fatigue level. They're very tired. It's actually rather interesting. They've got more soldiers than I do, but they're all quite fatigued. I mean, we are too, though. Not every single unit, but a lot of us are. These grenade launchers. Oh, I'm so glad I picked them up. That was a very good call. But let's go back over here again. So over on my right flank, I've got all of my ranged units who are out of ammunition. Now, my silver bullets, they've got, or my Hartwig's blasters, they've got some bullets left. Only some. Okay. Let's wait a moment. We've got more magic to use, you know. We always have more magic to use. Just every day. Like that. Only a few kills, but trust me, we could always use a few kills when it comes to fighting a bunch of greatswords. And they have war wagons too, a lot of them. We've seen how deadly they are. They're just consistently getting kills, and so the longer a battle goes on, the more kills they're able to get. But here we go now. It's time to start bashing. until I got my hammer and I started smashing. Here comes my Imperial foot. The Ausland Vanguard fighting together again. And we're just going to use more magic. Like that comment right over here. I had to move away from it because sometimes that visual effect can cause a little bit of a slowdown. But we still saw it in the corner. Like right there. It's slowing down just a little bit just because there's a lot going on, you know. There's Kurt. Kurt's still at it, you know. Luthor Huss, too. Let's zoom out real quick because we need to see what's going on. Here, let's have a good look at that. They're all approaching me, but already a lot of them have died. Now, they do have a Huntsman General. I'm going to use the remainder of my bullets to get rid of him. It's time for an execution. Now, a lot of their infantry is beginning to break and move away. Kurt rallies his men, and he's going to push them forward. We're just going to keep on pressing on them. Then we'll catch their war wagons. That shall be done. And look at what we're doing over here. These silver bullets are moving up. Again, it's time for an execution. He needs to be stopped. Much like that. Keep on shooting what you want, man. He's trying to get away now. What do you think is going to happen? Hardtwig's blasters, you know what to do. And he's dead. As he should be. Summary execution. Alright. More halberds are moving in. The war wagons are still very much mobile. And they're just going to blast a lot of my elites. So we're moving back in because we kind of have to. I can't just chase them. I've got to be very careful in how I use what's left of my soldiers. My heroes, my lord, they're all fatigued. They're all damaged. We're all hurt today. So we've got to do something. We've got to find a way to win. Now, all my range units, I had them chasing that group of crossbows. Here's another group of halberds. I wonder if that's the one that went after my Reiksguard. I believe that it might be. So, I'm going to send out my horsemen pretty soon to follow up. My handgunners are out of ammo. We just have a few more battles to fight. Have you ever seen such a long battle? I truly feel like the mod collection I have right now is peak Warhammer in so many ways. You can tell me what you think, but I find it to be fantastic. These battles are just a giant slugfest each and every time. And so that's why we're able to have such incredible just visuals here, just watching these men give their lives. And here comes my Reiksguard charging in, going after war wagons. I've got my range units in. We're throwing bodies in just to try to topple some people in a bunch of mobile wagons. Look at them. And they're just shooting point blank, and we're having to swing blades. Oh! Ooh! Oh, no. No bueno. All right. We've got Hans and Kurt riding together, as they often do. They are good friends. These halberds, they're moving in. We're tearing apart these war wagons despite them shooting at us point blank. That's nice. Here comes Valten and Luthor too. They're off to go help out. Over here, I've got more of my infantry pushing on more of their units. We've broken a lot of them. Let's go after these crossbows. Now, that last war wagon group is nearly out of ammo. They're stuck. Good. They should be stuck. I want them. Let's end this battle. It's time. There's Kurt again. And Valten. We got one. They're moving away. They're like, get me out of here. Quit shooting. Get out. All right. Again, let's zoom out. We can see what's left. We have another group over here, and there is Heinrich. In case you need to know what he looks like, here is Heinrich, the astronomer, the very talented scholar who's now a war wizard. You're a wizard, Heinrich! Magic time! Curse of the Midnight Wind. But I've been using a lot of damaging spells, too. And also, harmonic convergence can help out a lot. Like over here, we've got very few Caribou greatswords, but they did manage to win that fight. Ooh, another kill. Nice. It looks like everyone but the war wagon crew is broken. So what are we going to do? We're going to chase after them too. Oh, they're shooting. They're dropping my knights. What's left of my knights? Ooh! Let's catch them now. Now, this is what I think of when I think of Total War and Warhammer. Just a long fight where you go, my god, how did I do that? And it was all over the battlefield, too. Like, note how, instead of just having the entire fight take place in one area, it started over here, it moved into the woods over here, and it's just been taking place all throughout the map, which hardly ever happens, but I have a very subtle combat balancing mod that makes combat last longer. And it's good. It's really good. So, they're broken. We've won the battle. It's over. We've done it for Sigmar. We won that incredibly amazing battle, and now I've got some paperwork to do. Let's have a look over here. I don't want to confederate yet, so you know what? You can have it, Ostermark. It's Mordheim. It's a broken city. We've gained 1 obsidian lodestone. Unfortunately, the Greenskins have taken that town over in the wasteland, so we'll have to go back for it, but we knew that was going to happen anyway. Kurt is now fearless, well, we all knew that. And it is time for me to hopefully take over Middenheim. We lost so much in one battle, but we were so outnumbered and outgunned. We still did it. It took some discipline, but we did it. Okay, you only have 52 melee defense. No, you need more. I'm going to give you Blade Shield now. Hans, you've got to become something of an anchor in a battle. Just hardy and unmovable. Immovable. So over here, we could get more replenishment. Or what else could I get? Chosen of Sigmar, full plate armor, and Gal Moraz. Let's take that for him. Now Valten is going to look a little bit different. Look at that. 100 armor piercing damage, plus 15 to melee attack, plus 20% to weapon strength. More income from post-battle loot, magical attacks, and an active ability called Gal Moraz. All incredibly good stuff. Ooh, and over here, full plate armor. Plus 15 to armor, plus 10 to melee defense. Nice. That'll be equipped very soon. Then our buddy here is going to look dramatically different. All right. What about you, Luthor? You are currently rank 16. I do not have Volkmar to use right now, but I am going to give you Grand Soulfire. Man, our heroes really did a lot in that battle. We needed them the entire time. They kept our soldiers going. Okay, what's down over here in Altdorf? I do need Castle Reitgard. I also want to get rid of that road over here, so let's get rid of that. Now, a clay pit would help me make some more money, but I also need many other buildings. I could even use some artillery, so I'm going to get a gunsmith. Done. We've done that. There goes a lot of my money. All right, now, let's see what we can do over in Middenheim. I don't really know. Can we go after that agent? Ooh. No, but you can join my army for now. Come on. All right. We can't auto-resolve it. We still do need 1 turn. That's shocking. All right, here's 1 electrified banner. I'm going to give that over to Luthor. There we go. You can have that for now. And in 1 more turn, we'll be able to take their city. Hopefully they'll break after that, though I do doubt it. Now, what else do I want to build over here? I think I want to get rid of corruption. I would like to get a Temple of Sigmar that would let me get a War Altar of More. I've got magic. I'm not worried about magic. And the armory could go to some other town. That's not a problem. We've got a War Altar of Auric. Over here, we've got the Celestial Hurricanum, which I cannot wait to use. I want that too. That'll come later. But we've got a lot of interesting toys to incorporate into our armies. There's going to be so much variety in these battles. All right. I can take a new unit here. Oh, really? I can just bring them back. Well, that works out. I got that group back. Well, okay then. Great. They're like, just kidding. We never die. We're Caribur Greatswords. We're great. Well, look at that. The Grand Barony of Nordland. They have sent me an invitation to be a personal guest at their annual Wurstfest, an annual harvest time festival in which citizens all across the Empire feast and toast the gods, their land, the Empire, and their ancestors. Sure, I've got some prestige. Let's do that. And even more technology that has been completed. We're now working on Guildmaster Professors. See, that's going to make me 15% more income from iron mines and gold mines. Now I just need some iron and gold mines. No, we'll get it now, because once I get one, that's going to be a lot of money. Now over here, let's go take Middenheim. It is time. I finally have it. We're going to occupy it. It now belongs to us, and we are doing better. I just need to replenish. Look at that. Nearly in one turn, I'll have almost my entire army back in fighting form. Good. Okay. I'm going to give you, for now, Foe Seeker. Then for Kurt, he's at rank 18. I'm going to give him Sword of Vengeance. Perfect. Hunter of Champions, that he is. Then Hans Zintler, second in command. There, he's in Helborg's army. Upkeep is down by 50%. He's got stand your ground. Then for Heinrich. Heinrich, I'm going to give you... Let's have a look then. You do have a lot of magic. They don't really have flying units. So take your Commodore Cassandora. I like that ability a lot. And Valten. You are currently, what, rank 8? I'm going to give you... What's over here? Awesome Presence. Look at that. An augment ability. Affects self and allies in range. Plus 16 to leadership. Plus 25% to speed. Immune to psychology. Nice, okay. Then later, we'll get Sigmar Reborn. I need 4 points over here in his previous skill tree, though. Or skill grouping. What's over here? What can I take? Nothing I want again. So, let's have a look around. Ooh, I could get Castle Reitgard. I've got the money for it. And look at that. I have finally built up my harbor. I'm going to build up Gorsel. I need walls over there, and I need them quickly. It doesn't matter if you're building walls inside of your lands or not. You just need them everywhere. Look, a Beastman army, some Orc army, whatever, could pop in out of nowhere and burn it down in one turn. You don't want that. That's why you build walls everywhere. Now, over here are livestock pens. I don't want that over there. The wasteland, again, if you get more public order... Oh, yeah, look at that. Plus 10% attacks rate. Very nice. But over here in Reichland, we also need more buildings, too. Now, let's have a look. I'm going to save up my money, then, as I want my Shrine of Sigmar. Or, again, I could try to get something for my wizards. I've got a few options on what I could pick up. I mean, we have a lot. We're looking pretty good right now. So I'm going to wait for that. Or, you know, I could save up over 10,000 gold and get my Altdorf Conclave of Battle Wizards even better. Yeah, I like that. Sounds good to me. All right, I'm going to keep that farm for now. I'm not going to upgrade it, though. That's a lot of money, so I'm going to save what I have. We're going to end our turn again. Then we should be able to push out and go to Middenstangor. Actually, right, he's back. He's over there just waiting for me, so we'll have to go fight him, too. Stirland demands region, the Moot. Okay, we could give it back to Stirland, sure. I demand its return. Be the best. +2 to recruit rank. And unfortunately... the Wood Elves close by have declared war on me, so our lives have become dramatically and profoundly more challenging than they were before. Ludwig, come over here. Now, I've got to go kill some elves. Are you kidding me? I'm busy over here fighting a lot of people, and you're distracting me. Good job, rank 12. All right. He's a brawler now, gaining many new benefits that I've gone over for another character before. The Emperor's Standard. Ooh, I like that a lot. But we're not fighting chaos yet. Eventually, we shall be. Woundmaker. Yeah, take that for sure. What's over here? The Black Pit. Wrecker's Point. All right. So we're back over in Gorsel. That's being worked on. Look at that. See? Beastmen. They're right there. They're in my lands now. They could go after one of my nearby settlements, and I don't like that one bit. That troubles me. Now, the other option is I could go get my armory soon. I really do need one, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to destroy our landed estate. I've got a lot of growth here. I want my armory. All right. Then we're going to work on getting our stables instead. Maybe I want some mounted soldiers. All right. That is a lot of corruption. We've got some untainted going down. Ooh, I don't like that. There's a lot of chaos corruption thanks to the beastmen. All right, the Black Pin. Sure, I'll upgrade that. So I've got so many enemies. We're going to lose some locations. I'm going to do my best to stop that, but I've got one more turn to build up. Now, what else do I want? What's over here? I could get Sterling's Revenge. That could be handy, actually. What else can I recruit? Ooh, oh, hello. Yeah, why not? Okay, so I could get some war wagons. I do like war wagons a lot. That would help out my Reiksguard knights. What else could I get? We've got huntsmen. I could get rid of, let's see. Well, all of my range units are unique anyway, so I think they're fine. They're doing a great job. I think they're going to be okay. More handgunners eventually would be nice. I do want a more uniform army in the future, but I think what I have is pretty decent. So we're going to grab, let's see, one mortar or one war wagon. I'm going to grab my war wagon. I want to stay mobile. I like being able to move quickly all throughout the lands. So I've spent my money. In one turn, we'll get ready and we'll go fight another enemy. Now, I could stop fighting Midland right now. They're just going to conquer stuff. That way I could focus on greenskins and the wood elves too. We need to wait 10 turns to fight them again, but again, if I do that, I would be able to consolidate some power and maintain some peace here. A Tailor's Guild, 500 for income. I don't need the barracks. I don't mind having it, but I don't need it here. Yeah. You know what? Let's try to do that real quick.
What?
I'm going to fight him again later. Only because so many other factions are coming for me.
Yes.
And we're not here to fight a war of annihilation against our own people. Maybe later, though. No. We'll defeat them later. For now, again, I want to focus on other enemies, or we'll lose what we've gained, and I don't want that. We conquered Blank Pit. Unfortunately, there were survivors, and now Captain Gustav, north of Marienburg, is having to defend a town against their invasion. We have all of our swordsmen in the middle, crossbows right behind them, 4 groups total. I've got spearmen on my right flank, and on my left flank, I've got my halberds and spears. Here they come. My crossbows in the very beginning are going to weaken them. Look at that. Unfortunately, one group of biggins have some manner of scrap upgrade. That's going to make them much more powerful in melee combat, especially when they use their Wa ability. Now, further out, we've got 2 groups of pistoliers. Unfortunately, they cannot beat what they have coming in. One, a Ragnarok Spider, and one Orc War Boss. My Empire Knights are going after their Great Shaman, and here comes the charge now. Captain Gustav is leading his men into battle as we speak. There he goes for Sigmar. And so I'm going to have 2 groups of my crossbows focusing on their Night Goblin Archers. Then I want my halberds to flank another group of Orc Boys. They're about to use their Wa ability. Then we'll need to just hold out for a little while until it wears off. It won't last forever. These poor men, they're holding though. They're doing a good job. There it is, right there. Now, unfortunately, we're not killing that Great Shaman quickly enough. And because my Pistoliers do not have armor-piercing damage, they're not going to be able to beat this spider. The Ragnarok Spiders have a lot of armor. In a hail of bullets, it still does persist. Here it comes now, and it's going after my knights. My knights will have to flee and relocate. Now, let's have a look over here. That Biggins group broke a group of my Empire swordsmen. Now, I'm going to have all of my crossbows focusing on them. They have no shields. We can beat them. We just have to focus on them. On the right flank, my spearmen are still fighting. Surprisingly, they're winning and doing quite well. Further out on the left flank, those Night Goblin Archers broke. They'll be back. My halberds are moving in again to flank our enemies. My knights are now moving away because they've got to. My pistoliers have only lost 2. Right over here. And they're pursuing them. But now we're going after one target, a very small target. Another Wa buff. We're shooting that Great Shaman. We need to get rid of that Great Shaman. Especially if we want to win. Get out of here. My knights are right now fighting that spider, but we're going to pull them out, or they're just going to break. Their leadership is going to collapse. Here comes my halberds. And over here, you can see all of my crossbows attacking even more orcs. At least 2 of them. Now, the other 2 groups on my left-hand side, on my left flank, they're attacking over here. But they'll have to go after those Night Goblin Archers. See that little eyeball there? I can't see them. Now, further out, we've got Pistoliers still close by. We're still targeting their leaders. Like that Shaman, who's still alive. Now, I'm going to change up targets. I'm going to have my crossbows focus on their Great Shaman. I want to kill that Shaman. There it is. Buffing up its units, doing some serious damage to us. But you go, Pistoliers. Got one group attacking that spider. The Orc War Boss is still very much around. My knights are coming back now. And we have caused that group again to break, but not only break, but shatter. Now more of them are beginning to break. My soldiers have fought well. The Orc boys cannot hold out. My Pistoliers are under Oh yeah, look at that. They're having to pull back right away. They can't endure that type of onslaught of damage. It's way too much to really endure. Now, all of my crossbows can focus on 1 or 2 targets at a time. We're going to try to break apart that spider. I've got some bullets left. Let's do it. You can take all of our anger here. You can't just come over here and kill my taxpayers. Come on now. I need them. Kurt needs some new shoes, okay? Imagine being called in to kill a spider. You're like, yeah, sure, not a problem. And then they point over the wall. Oh, that spider. Never mind. Give me a bigger shoe. In fact, we need like a shoe catapult. A shoe-apult. Just launches giant shoes at him. Let's zoom out real quick and get a better view of what's going on. See, most of them are broken. I had one group that took a lot of damage. They fled, but they're still back there. My knights are now going after that great shaman. And thankfully, we were able to beat that spider. That was always the goal, to get rid of that spider. Now, they won't be able to get a new one. At least I hope not. We did a lot of damage to get here. The battle has been won. They are now fleeing. We can finally leave. And that spider has collapsed. Very nice. Hats off to you, Captain Gustav. We won a battle in defense of our lands. Now we need to get ready for another fight. What's over here? Luthor, you're rank 17. That's pretty good, man. Ooh, if I give you that, you'll deal even more damage to our enemies. Do we need more replenishment? Always, every day. But I'm going to pick up for now Sigmar's Holy Justice rank 2. Done. He's a very powerful character. Ooh, the Crow Father is right by Marienburg. We'll have to destroy him, and quickly. Okay. I've got 12,000 gold pieces. I'm going to build my Altdorf Conclave of Battle Wizards. I can't wait for my Imperial Palace, too. Oh, that's going to be powerful. All right. There we go. 4 turns to build it up. Now I won't have to worry about it anymore. And over here, I've got to get more money from my blacksmith. Very well. Ludwig, why don't you go after their leader again? Good job. Rank 13. Hates wood elves. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. Trust me. I do too. All right. Let's give him the Emperor's Standard. Done. I've gone over that little item before. It's very, very good. All right, so I'm going to have to build up what? I can't build that great Temple of Ulrich yet. Nope, can't do that. And I want my walls too. I'll build my basic walls first. I mean, I've got walls, but I want better walls, you know? But we'll call it here for right now. Whenever we're back, we've got 2 major enemies to go after. The Wood Elves, and of course, we've got Greenskins to destroy. After that, who knows what we'll need to do. It really depends on how far the undead have advanced. You can see that right now, there's a lot of corruption. Kurt will see it destroyed. Until then.